Hi you guys, FM Campbell here. Welcome to episode 3 of the Man United save that I'm doing. As you know, Man United aren't doing very well in real life at the moment, so I've decided to see if I could do any better than what David Moyes has done. I'm a Man United fan myself, as I've probably said in previous videos, so I just thought I'd give you a quick update and see how we're getting on. As you know, we're doing 2 updates per season. We're doing it at the end of the summer transfer window and then the end of the January transfer window, and I'll continue to do that as long as, I suppose, until the new FM comes out. So we left you on the 14th of September previously. We're now on the 1st of February. Transfer window has just closed. So we'll start off with our transfers of what we've done. As you know, majority of the players I'd already brought in. Since I brought in all these players, I've also gone and picked up Jonathan Silva. I couldn't decide between Jonathan Silva and Luke Shaw at the beginning, but I got into a fortunate position where I could pick him up for only 3.4 million. So I was buzzing with that. So I went for him, and I've now got Luke Shaw and Jonathan Silva at left back. So it's a good problem to have, I suppose. That's all I've actually brought in. Actually, a full transfer in January was Jonathan Silva. Other than that, no other business really that came in, apart from, as you know, free transfers. I went and I picked up, well, I'm due to pick up, where is he? If we go to me, Matej Vidra. He's currently on loan at West Brom. 4.5 star potential from my scouts, and he's joining me on the 1st of July this season. He's currently he plays for Udinese, so I could pick him up. I actually forgot, because I kind of thought, oh, he's at West Brom, you can't pick up English players from English clubs on a Bosman. So I kind of forgot, and then I thought, hold on a minute, Vidra plays for Udinese, so I went and got him, and he's joining in July. Whether he'll be a break in to become a first team player, I'm not too sure. Other than that, he may just be a little bit of a money maker, like Amidou Salifu. His stats just look pretty decent for a defensive sort of midfielder. He's strong in centre midfield, obviously. There's only 3-star potential. But to get him on a free at the age of 21, if I loaned him out for 2 or 3 seasons straight, I can guarantee you, I reckon I could probably, hopefully get about 10 million for him if I push the boat out and I get him to a club where he's going to perform correctly. Look at that determination and work rate, and his physical is very, very good as well, and he's a beast. Obviously Italian, 21 years old. He's at Modena at the moment, and yeah, so 1st of July he's coming, but he'll be just a money maker. I doubt he'll ever break in. You already know about Andrij Zivkovic. He joins as well in the future. What else did we do? So let's go to transfer history. Because I've got Jonathan Silva and Luke Shaw coming in, or both come in. Evra was due to leave at the end of the season, but I just saw an opportunity to potentially make some money. I know he's getting older, but I didn't need him in the team, and instead of someone just going and taking him on a free, which a lot of clubs did, I actually decided to give him a contract for an extra 2 years. He's on the same wage. His bonuses are a lot lower, so that's saving me a little bit of money. But because I saw the opportunity to get Jonathan Silva, it didn't really matter anyway, because I sent him out on loan, then they're paying all of his wages, all of his bonuses, at Atletico. It was Atletico and Juventus that came in for him, but Juventus wanted to play him as a wing back. So hopefully he can perform quite well there. He hasn't played for them yet, but he'll perform quite well there. So I know it's probably only £1 million or £2 million that I'll probably be able to get for him, but he's just got all the stats there to become, to basically stay at that level for at least another 2 or 3 years. So I'm hopefully going to try and let him go at the end of the season, but for a little bit of money instead of just letting him go on a free. But yeah, that's so I decided to let him go. The other option that I also had was obviously Darren Fletcher is in the squad now, and he's fit. Although he's only 2-star potential, he is one of them players where you can get a bit of money for him. You get probably about 10 million for him. And so since he's become fit, I've decided to actually include him in the first team. And I wasn't playing Lucas Romero very often, so I decided to let Lucas Romero go out on loan to get some first team game time. And he's actually on loan at Roma, in the first team in Italy. So, and they've, I'd say about 20 teams came in for him on loan to pay all of his wages. But yeah, Roma have the best facilities. and the sort of the best player potentials around them. And I think they've actually basically replaced Florenzi for this season, because obviously I signed Florenzi from Roma, and they're very, very similar in the positions that they play. So that's probably what they've gone and done. The other one I let go on loan simply because I wasn't playing him and his value was coming down was Nani. I do plan to let him go at the end of the season. I did try to sell him in fact, we'll turn that transfer list off now so his value doesn't continue to decrease, and we'll put it up to 20 million or 15. I do want to let him go at the end of the season, but just no one. I don't think anyone could really afford what I wanted for him in January. In fact, no one actually came in for him at all to purchase him. As soon as I put him out on loan, paying all of his wages means 90 grand a week I'm saving. So from Ever and Nani alone, I'm saving myself 180 grand a week. I mean, you do the maths. So I let him go out on loan. He's playing for Inter again in Italy, obviously. First team, key player, playing on the right in his favourite position. I've been playing him on the left. I simply let him go because I either been playing Kevin Volland. I've got one option of Januzaj, Kevin Volland, Welbeck, or Kagawa that I can play on the left. If I play Welbeck or Volland, I play him as an inside forward. But Kevin Volland has been an absolute beast on the left for me. He got a hat-trick against Arsenal, which we'll see. But other than that, that is all the business that I did. I inquired about a few players. There's a couple of players that I'm looking at to maybe go for in the summer, but I won't spoil the surprise with that. But we'll go to the fixtures and see how we got on. So we left here the 14th of December, where we drew 0-0. Of September, where we drew 0-0 with Tottenham. We then started off our Champions League campaign against Schalke, where we drew 1-1. Wayne Rooney getting the goal, and unfortunately Raphael scoring an own goal. We then continued our drawing streak, as you can see, where we played Fulham, drew 1-1. Kevin Volland with the goal. I think that was his first. Was it his first of the season? No, he didn't. Sorry, he scored against West Brom. So yeah, Kevin Volland with a goal. Then on to Hull, where we beat them 2-0, and Wayne Rooney getting 2 goals. One thing to say, actually, before I carry on, I always said that it was a bit of a gamble with letting Van Persie go. Although that's the only time you're really going to get a lot of money for Van Persie, because I have had problems before and on previous FMs of getting Rooney to play well, but you'll see how well he's doing for me very, very shortly. But yeah, 2-0 we played at home against Hull. We then had a 4-0 victory against Swansea. Wayne Rooney again getting another 2 goals. Shinji Kagawa and Valencia also getting on the score sheet. Carried on our Champions League performances that were pretty poor, to be honest. We lost 2-1 to Napoli away. Patrice Evra getting on the score sheet. And then to Sunderland, we returned to Premier League, won 3-1. Rooney, Januzaj and Mata on the score sheets. I think that was Mata's first goal for the club. Then a massive game where we played Liverpool away. Rooney again on the score sheet, and Jonas Hoffmann, the loanee from Dortmund. And then we finally got to winning ways in the Champions League, where we beat Galatasaray 2-0 with Carrick and Mata getting on the score sheet. Then on to West Ham, we went back to the Premier League again, 3-1 home win. Johnny Evans got 2, we went down to 10 men with Van der Klein being sent off, and Danny Welbeck getting a 3rd. Then we had a Capital One Cup sort of shock, where we were 2-0 up against Stoke City, and unfortunately the City player John Guidetti, the Man City player, getting 2 to bring it back. So Welbeck got 2, and then John Guidetti got 2, and it actually then took us to penalties, where John Guidetti also scored the winning penalty, unfortunately. It was Michael Carrick that missed the one for us, and it finished 5-4 on penalties. We then played Hull in the Premier League away, where we won 3-0. Wayne Rooney, Juan Mata and Ferdinand on the score sheet. Then we smashed Galatasaray 4-1 in the Champions League to get back to continue our winning ways. Wayne Rooney, Valencia and Nathaniel Klein scoring for us. Then we played Crystal Palace, where we won 4-1 in the league. Palace aren't doing too well at all. Jonas Hoffmann with 2, Shinji Kagawa and Kevin Volland. We then played Villa away, where we won 3-0 in the Premier League again. Wayne Rooney getting another 2 goals, and Florenzi scoring as well. Then we played Schalke in the Champions League again, where we drew. I think, did we draw twice? Yeah, we drew again, 0-0. So no score, a bit of a bore draw. Then we had a string of games here where we played Schalke, City, Arsenal, Chelsea, Napoli and Everton all in a row in just over 2 weeks. We played all these games, so a really, really tough run for us. We continued to go on a drawing streak where we drew 1-1 with Man City, Valencia scoring for us, and it was Aguero that scored a penalty for them. And then we absolutely smashed Arsenal 4-0. That's where I said that Kevin Volland got his hat-trick, where he played on the left. As an inside forward, so I really like him on the left. That's one of the main reasons I let Nani go on loan. And then we beat Chelsea 2-1 at home. Valencia and Kagawa getting on the score sheet. Kagawa then came into form down here, as you can see straight away in the Champions League, where we managed to gain qualification. And we beat Napoli 3-1. Carrick on the score sheet, Valencia on the score sheet, but unfortunately getting injured, and Shinji Kagawa again. And you'll see now where Kagawa he's loving life at the moment. Vidic on the score sheet against Everton, where we won 4-1. So it would have been Moyes' first game, I suppose, against Everton. And Everton beat us in the league in real life. Shinji Kagawa getting 2, and Rooney getting a 4th against his old club. And then we played Newcastle, where we won 3-1. Shinji Kagawa again getting 2, and Rooney on the score sheet again. Then we played Norwich 3-0. Won 3-0, played them away at Carrow Road. Wayne Rooney getting on the score sheet with 2 goals, and Jonas Hoffman as well getting a 3rd. Southampton, where we played at Old Trafford, won 2-0. Southampton and Newcastle have been the real shock people in the league this season, which I'll demonstrate shortly. Shinji Kagawa getting on the score sheet with Valencia as well. We then played the FA Cup, where I played a second string team, as you can see, with Sam Johnston in goal. Klein, Silva, Smalling, Evans, Lucas Romero, Januzaj, Cleverley, Kagawa. That was because Mata wasn't fit. Welbeck and Hoffman. We won 3-1 with Januzaj getting a hat-trick and having a 9.6, an absolute beast of a game. We then lost to Cardiff, where we ended a real long unbeaten streak. I'm not even going to count the games. Where we lost 2-1. We did play away, so it was at the Cardiff City Stadium. Luke Shaw unfortunately scoring an own goal, which it wasn't really an own goal. It was a clearance by David De Gea, and it just came off the back of him and just went straight into the goal, which is unfortunate. And Michael Carrick also got on the score sheet for us. We then played Stoke after losing to them in the Capital One Cup, and they knocked us out. We beat them 2-1 at home. Januzaj and Valencia, so our 2 wingers, getting on the score sheet. West Brom, where we won 3-1. As you can see, Mata, Rooney and Johnny Evans scoring for us. And then we played Tottenham, where we won 1-0 with a single Wayne Rooney goal. And as you can see, we just drew with West Ham in the FA Cup 4th round. It was a ball 0-0 draw, so we are going to have a replay, unfortunately. And as you can see, but we do take them to Old Trafford, so it will make it a little bit easier for us. So yeah, I mean, I was ashamed to have to create another fixture, but that's just life. Champions League draw. As you can see, we got a bit of a tough one. We play Real Madrid when Bale and Cristiano Ronaldo, along with Messi, are the most expensive players in the world at the moment. And they're just tearing it up, especially with Isco as well. I don't know how they're getting on in the league. Let's have a look. They're second in the league, 6 points behind Barcelona. But their squad, they're crazy good. They've got a lot of injuries, I've just seen. And Pepe, they'll be suspended for their league games. But yeah, Ronaldo's there. I mean, you know the score. They're an awesome team. So it's going to be tough to knock them out. But not to say that any of the other options to play would have been easy. Porto, Bayern, Atletico Schalke, Leverkusen, Marseille, Dortmund, Barca, Lyon, City, PSG, Chelsea, and then Shakhtar and Arsenal. So that's going to be tough. We'll have to see how that gets on. Then we go on and we have a look at the league. As you can see, I'm absolutely tearing the league up. I mean, that unbeaten run was really added to this. We are 12 points clear, although Chelsea do have a game in hand. We were 15 points clear, but obviously we lost to Cardiff. But like I said, Chelsea do have a game in hand. Southampton, it was me and Southampton at the top for the majority of the first, I'd probably say about 10 games, if that. And we were running away with it, but everyone else has sort of caught up. Southampton have dropped away, and it's now Newcastle, the surprise team, in 3rd place at the moment. City, Pellegrini was sacked. I was buzzing with that. Well, they're chilling in 12th, so they're not really a worry this season too much. Tottenham aren't doing too well either in 10th. But yeah, so I'm quite happy with the way the league's going at the moment. And the good thing is, if we continue this run in the league, obviously we don't play any of the big teams until we have this sort of run of tough games with Arsenal, Chelsea, City, Newcastle, and Everton and Southampton all in a row. So that might, hopefully, if I can. I mean, I've got Swansea, Sunderland, Fulham, then Liverpool will be tough, but then Hull and West Ham in the league, Palace, and then Villa. So I've got quite weaker teams for a nice couple of games. So if I can keep this sort of cushion that we've got up, it may allow me to rest some players in Premier League games. That's, well, if we get any further in the FA Cup and Champions League. So the fixture list, although we do have a string of really tough tough games, it may be quite a help later on in the season. So yeah, that's pretty much all I've done. No more staff have come in, I don't think. The staff are all the same. Everything's going really well. Budget's what I've got left. Obviously you've seen who I've brought in and who I've let go. I mean, I could slide it along to have, what, 400 odd grand a week or 18 million, so I've got a bit of money to spend. So I'm quite happy with that. The board are pretty much happy with me. The only thing they're a little bit disappointed in is the signing of Pugliese, as you can see, with poor piece of business. But I know what I'm doing. I know that he is going to be an absolute beast. 17 years old, look at him. And he's already on loan, playing first team football regularly. I'm quite happy with him. In the future, end of the season, I won't go into too much, but as you can see, most players are out on loan that I plan to get rid of. Some of them are just getting first team football though, but we'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to Nick Powell coming back at the end of the season. Don't know what I'll do with Zaha. Whatever you think I should do with Zaha, put it in the comment section below. I'm also looking forward to this young man coming back, Angelo Enriquez. He'll be my 4th choice striker. I'm just sticking with 3 until he comes back, really. Hernandez will come back and I'll probably let him go. At the minute he's at Atletico Madrid, so Evra's joined him. Giggs will obviously retire at the end of the season, as will Rio Ferdinand. Obiang will join us. Obviously he's on a buy and he's loaned back to Sampdoria. Average rating is 7.24, so I'm quite happy with how he's doing. Who else have we got? Johnston's moaning about going on loan, but no one wanted him on loan, so he just had to sort of deal with it. So that's his problem. He was moaning that he wasn't getting enough first team football, even though he's a backup. He's on a backup. He's a hot prospect, so he can shush. Lindegaard and Amos, I'll obviously let them go. I need to take their transfer statuses off. One thing to let you guys know, actually, make sure if you let a player go out on loan, make sure they're not on the transfer list, because their value it decreases dramatically sometimes. Obviously got Jesse Lingard, but yeah, you get the idea. So my next update will be obviously at the end of the season. If we get into any finals or cup finals, I'll play them games live. I'll record them live and I'll post them live for you to have a little insight to how I get on and what I do during games. For the Premier League, as you can see, stats. Wilfred Boney is tearing it up with goals with 19, and then Wayne Rooney in second with 17, which is pretty strange because Swansea are in 13th. So he's probably getting 3 or 4 in a random game. Average ratings, we're tearing it up with Raphael, Wayne Rooney and Valencia all in the top 4. Assists, obviously Ozil is doing very well. Van Persie's actually not doing too bad at Chelsea. He's got 15 in 25 and he's got an average rating of 7.19, but he's consistently injured over and over again, so I was quite happy I let him go for that amount of money, and they're still paying me for him. Technically I've got another 10 million to come from him. But yeah, so I'm quite happy how everything's going. I was a bit disappointed with the Capital One Cup. FA Cup to come though, same with the Champions League, and we're running away with the league at the moment, so I'm quite pleased. Any tips, any advice, any players you think I should go and look at in the summer, put it in the comment section below. I keep them all in mind. I did look at Jonathan Silva myself, and then people have obviously in comment sections of other videos have a look at Jonathan Silva, so I just saw an opportunity and then boom, 3.4 million. I'm not going to let that go, so I went for him. So I've probably got the 2 best left backs on the game now, so that's probably settled. Right back I'm okay. Centre backs is where I need to strengthen, but the biggest place is the wings. I need new wingers big time. I've got strikers on the left, and although Valencia's playing well, I've got Hoffman on loan. So yeah, I really need to strengthen on the wings. And then Carrick seems to be struggling for fitness all the time. So we're at the early stages of completely revamping and going through a transition period. So anything you think I should know, put it in the comment section. It always helps. So, but yeah, thanks for watching this video. I'll see you in the next update, which is the end of the season. There'll be more content with different saves coming up. There'll also be the Trophy Hunt Challenge with Tiki Taka Master. Videos will be coming up for that soon. And I'm also going to look into a little more administrative things in the game as well. So, yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next update. Thanks a lot.